Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to this reading for Mrs. Rosa Parks. I am so grateful to be reading for Rosa Parks. There is something so captivating about her energy, and she is just, I've got her energy here. She is so humble, so peaceful, so graceful. She's already told me it's going to be short and sweet because she does just have a very short and precise message for us. So please leave some love for Miss Parks down in the comments below. Hit a lovely thumbs up if you enjoy this reading. And yeah, let's get into reading for Rosa Parks. Miss Parks was born on the 4th of February 1913 in Alabama. And you all probably know Miss Parks for refusing to give up her seat on a bus and basically instigating the Montgomery bus boycott, which lasted for 381 days from the 5th of December 1955 to the 20th of December 1956. People refused to get on the bus after she was basically taken to jail for refusing to give up her seat for a white person. That whole boycott went on to be passed off to the Supreme Justice Court, where they ruled that it was unconstitutional for Montgomery and any buses to continue to be segregated. So it was a massive movement. Rosa Parks done so much more than that, and that in itself is an amazing, monumental achievement, especially at the time when segregation was so rife. But she was also secretary for the NAACP, which is the National Advancement Association for Colored People. She taught the youth, the black youth and the young people about how to, you know, stand up for themselves and about segregation and about racism. She was just such an amazing, incredible woman, and there's so much about her that we do not know. So what I will do, I didn't even know this existed. I will leave down below in the description box a link to the Rosa Parks story. Please go and watch it. It is so captivating. Her story is so inspiring. She's got such a beautiful soul and it's really worth watching. I didn't know it existed and someone's uploaded it to YouTube. It's entirely free. I'll leave it below. Please do go and watch. So I have been speaking with Miss Parks for a few days. I have had messages that I've downloaded from her, written them down. But her main, she's just got such a beautiful spirit. When I say uplifting, positive, she's saying I always kept positive, and she's just got this radiant smile. If you have some time, please do YouTube and Google Rosa Parks. You will just see instantly through the photos her beautiful energy. You know, she is saying, you know, despite whatever happened, I just always acted with love. And that is so Rosa Parks. You know, she was never aggressive. She never was, you know, outwardly like passionate in an aggressive way. It was always like, no, this is what I want. I don't have to really fight for this. This is just what it should be. She's talking very much about being a normal person, and that's really what I got from her downloads when I did connect with her. You know, she is saying, you know, I was just a normal person. I was just a normal girl. There was nothing particularly special about me. And I've got that here. You know, she said to me as I downloaded her messages through the week, she said, I was just a normal woman, just like you, who was sick and tired of being sick and tired and wanted to see change. She's saying it to me now. I didn't know how I was going to do it. I didn't know that that day when I got on the bus I was going to be like, no, I'm not getting out of my seat. I was just inspired and moved and connected to something that was bigger than me. And she is saying that. She's saying it was always bigger than me, and it's bigger than you, and it's bigger than all of us. But what we are part of is this big picture, this big puzzle, and we all make up a little piece of that. And she, from the moment I connected with her energy earlier this week, she really has homed in on individualism and the acts that we take as individuals. She's saying, I took that act as an individual and look what I did. You know, it was just my own individual act from the own goodness of my heart, you know, and look what I did. And so we all have a different part to play. Some of you will protest in the streets. Some of you will make art that will be sold to change people's perspective. Some of you will write papers and blogs. Some of you will write music. Some of you will do speeches. Some of you will do classes. Some of you will just learn more and educate yourself. She's saying there are so many different avenues. Nothing is too big and nothing is too small. Again, I've written here, she had no idea. She's saying, no idea I would go down in the history books. I just acted from my heart at the time and did what I felt was right. And she's really calling everyone to do that. Just act from a place of love. You know, there's no real big key to this. There's no real big like secret. There's no real big procedure. Just act out of love and compassion and empathy for both yourself and humanity. You know, that is her real message. And you don't need to, you know, convince anybody else. Be the influence, be the example, show people love, and they will soon follow you. The message in that is that you too, you normal folks, normal people, you too can act now, do the right thing, no matter how big or small. Just act to make positive change. And Rosa Parks, honestly, if you could see her beautiful smile, her beautiful, gorgeous smile, I cannot even tell you how rich and lovely her energy is. It's gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. She's just got such a lovely, humble, beautiful energy, and it's so graceful and it's so soft. And she is saying there is strength in just gentleness. You know, it doesn't have to be rammed in the faces of people all the time. Your point doesn't have to be shouted across the street. It doesn't have to be rammed in people's faces. It can just be in the subtle, elegant moves that you make that show people what you stand for. So lead as an example is really her thing. Be an individual, but act from a place of love. She's saying it's a joint effort, everybody is contributing, but as she's saying, in an individual way. You know, don't be scared to do your own thing. Like she said, people will protest and speak their voice in so many different ways, through music, through arts, through writing, through acting, through speaking. There's so many different ways for you to stand up and speak. And never think that your act of love is too big or too small, because an act of love will change the world for the good, no matter what you do. Everyone needs to do their bit. It takes a village to make change. And she is really talking about that. You know, it takes a village to make change. You know, think of a house. She's giving me an analogy now of a house, and everyone putting down a brick each. You know, if one person is doing that on their own, it's going to take forever to build that house. It's going to take forever to build that village. But if everyone puts a brick down and everyone groups together and does their own little bit, someone will hang the door, someone will put in the windows, someone will build the roof, someone will lay the flooring. You know, everyone has their little bit. That is what builds the structure of a house and a home, and everyone has their part to play, no matter how big, no matter how small. Again, I put here individualism, impact as an individual. We all have individual impact. She really wants to say that is it. You know, her message is so full of light and so full of love and positivity and healing and warmth. She is so warm, and she is saying to portray that energy and to hold that energy is to heal the world. So do start with you. Start with loving yourself, healing yourself, working on yourself, being that warm positivity, that example of change. Show people. Don't just speak and point the finger and judge and dictate to people. Actually show them. Be that example of change. This is all about individualism, but individualism that makes a bigger picture and a better picture, and a home that we all built, that we all want to be a part of, and make way for a positive change. Rosa Parks speaks so much and spoke so much about positivity and positive energy, and we really need to, she's saying, we really need to attack this and approach it. She doesn't like the word attack. She's really not about that life. She's really not about anything negative. We really need to approach this with positive energy. And she is saying, you know, no matter what I did, no matter what protest I took part of, no matter who I spoke from a place of love. I acted from a place of love, and that was my individual approach to the situation. And no matter how small I thought, refusing to get off my seat, on that bus was, look at the massive impact that made. And that was simply from acting from the goodness of my heart, and you can do that too. I think that's it. Short and sweet. She says short and sweet. Thank you so much, Miss Parks. I love her. I love her. Like, honestly, please go and watch the Rosa Parks story. Research Miss Parks. She was an amazing, still is an amazing, incredible woman and soul. Thank you so much for joining me today, lovelies. Leave some love for Miss Parks down in the comments below. Hit a lovely thumbs up if you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you soon for another reading. Bye, lovelies.